And now we're at the part where the police officer came over to me, and she said, what do you look like? I already said that. And she said, well, let's go to the arcade, because sometimes little kids, I like to go in there and sit in the little, little cars and stuff, so I went in there. Then Tanya, my niece, came along with me. She held my hand and took me all through, and she said, everything's going to be all right, Aunt Jane, everything's going to be all right. Don't worry, we're going to find him. And so she went through, so I held onto her hand all the way through. And we looked all over, and then she said, well, you go this way and I'll go that way. And the police officer already went the other way, and we were going to meet back with her. And so we went all through the arcade looking, and then we met again. And Tanya said, oh, Mom, Aunt Sharon, it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. We're going to find him. Don't worry. And so the police officer said, okay, what we're going to do is we're going to go outside here and we're going to look around here. Look in the little cars. There's little cars outside. So I said, okay. So we looked there and there was nothing there. And then we had 3 teenagers, real nice teenagers, 2 boys and a girl. And they came up and asked us, is everything okay? What's wrong? And I said, well, we said, my son's missing. Can't find him anywhere. And so they said, okay, well, we can help you. What does he look like? So we explained what he looked like. And they dropped everything and went out on the golf course and looked all over for him. And the police, and then there was other people that helped us to look at him.
Well, in the meantime, I had went down to look on the little train that we had ridden on. I thought, well, maybe we went down there because he had got to say all aboard over the little speaker and stuff, and he really liked that. Then I went down to the cars that he had ridden, some bigger cars he had rode in, and I looked around. And in the meantime, all the way down, I kept telling people to look for this little boy. I lost him. There's people looking all over for this little blonde, which he was, believe me, the minority being a little blonde there.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was Mexican Independence Day, I guess, right, son?
Memorial Day, yeah.
Yeah. And there's quite a few families there probably celebrating that day or making festive. Yeah, and I went down and I talked to the security down there, and they was already getting the message that it had come through, and they had people running around with walkie-talkies.
Yeah. All the people that were working there had walkie-talkies, and they were all looking. And there was some things I'd forgotten. It was just such a whirlwind. I kept asking the police officer, I said, are all the gates covered? Are all the gates covered? And she said, yes, don't worry, we got them all covered. And I kept saying that to her because I was really, really upset because I was afraid, somebody might have them. I didn't know. And so she said, don't worry, the gates are covered. And so, let's see what else. Well, there was a lot of people that were helping out. There was an older couple.
There were several older couples that was running or started scattering and looking.
Yeah.
We never did find out who turned them in.
Yeah, I don't know. There was another thing. I was so hysterical because they came up and asked me, where was he at? And I was thinking, I said, I don't know, I can't, because you had taken off already, and I was going, where is Mom at? I kept telling her, where is Mom at? I don't know. And she goes, and she kept saying it too. She said, where is Mom at? And so we just kept saying that, because where is she at? Because we weren't really for sure exactly where the spot was that she, that she
by
had.
The ice cream place.
Yeah, by the ice cream.
And then there was an older couple that said to me, well, where the incident happened, and I said I wasn't for sure where it was because he was, the boy was with my mom, and I said I don't know where my mom went now. And then they looked and they said, well, there she is. And I'd never seen them before in my life either.
Yeah, it seems like everybody knew us. Oh, and then, oh, what else?
That's about it.
Yeah, that is about
Until
it.
I came,
It's just-
I just came back to where you guys was. to
Yeah,
see
yeah,
if
Mom
anything-
came back and then, we were just, I tell
And
you,
I
that
was
the
gone.
most, yeah, you were gone. That was the
And-
most exhausting time. Everybody was looking. And then finally, I went up to the police officer again. I said, what am I going to do? I mean, what are we going to do? I kept saying, this is a lot what I kept saying. I kept saying to myself, oh, if I don't find my son, I'm going to die. I'm just going to die if I don't find him. You know, if I don't find him right now, I'm going to die. And so the police officer said, don't worry, we're going to find him. And Tanya kept saying, don't worry, you're going to be okay. We're going to find him. She was very helpful, too. Very, very helpful. And so, the boy, that just came in my head. I didn't know what I was going to do if I lost him. I thought I was just going to go berserk. I was already going that way. I was, you know, everybody knew, what, you know, just by looking at us, had a pretty good idea what was going on, the way we were acting. It was just,
And I
Yeah.
I told the security
Not
guards
down
down there
there.
that I was heading back for the,
I won't.
where to locate me at. I would be at down by the golf course. And just as I got back there not too soon before they called.
I'll break my
anyways, okay, then I went up to the lady police officer, and I kept,
Johnny.
baby, I kept saying, well, what are we gonna do? I mean, you know, are the gates still covered? She said, yes, don't worry, the gates are covered. We're looking. Nobody has seen him yet, but we'll find him. And then finally, as I was talking to her, she said, oh wait, I've got to call her. She said, wait a second. And she had a little earphone in her ear. I think we found him. Sure, I think we found him. And then we were all standing there, and she said, another police officer's going to come over here. And I said, do you know who has him? She says, well, they have him. He's over there at A2 or something like that. Well, I guess another part of the park. And so this other police officer comes over. He didn't even have to ask anybody, you know, where are they at. He came right over to us because it was the only group that was crying their eyes out. All my nieces and my girls were crying, and my mom was crying. My mom was crying, and then Terry was crying, and John was gone. He didn't know anything was going on right at the time. You know, he was still out there looking around for baby. And so the police officer said, follow me. So we all followed him over to about the middle of the park. That's where the police officer walked up with baby. Baby was, you know, sitting in his arms straight up like this with his arm around him. And I tell you, when I seen him, I just, oh gosh. I was like, what relief. I was like, oh. And then everything was basically drained out of you two at the time, you know, when you seen him. And I went up to him and I said, baby, where were you? And he goes, I was looking for you. He had this real high-pitched tone of his, like he wasn't crying or anything. He was very happy when he came up with the police officer. But when I asked him that, he got this real high-pitched, mad, you know, kind of angry, upset at me. And he goes, I was looking for you. And then he goes, and where's my ice cream? And so, anyways, I didn't say anything after that. I just took him and thanked the police officers. And I felt sorry for John because he was still out there. And I said, he doesn't even know what's going on. Remember that? I kept saying, he doesn't even know that we found him yet. He must be freaking out, looking for him. And so I said, we've got to find him. And eventually, we met up with him. He came back to about the same spot. And he seen me carrying him.
How
and
did
stuff.
you find us too, son?
I was heading back that way. That's when those ladies told me that they went that way. So,
Anyways, yeah, then we met up with each other. We just kind of walked in and he seen me with baby.
so people all around were just kind of taking in the whole thing.
But I tell you, everybody, and then we went over to thank those 3 teenagers. We told them, you know, that we found them. And everybody, you could see everybody was kind of happy because all of a sudden they got these smiles on their faces, you know, people that were just watching us.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, they would, yeah.
They got these big grins on their faces like, oh, they found them. That's good.
A few
that's
tears,
good.
a few tears.
Yeah, that's good. They
But
found
we
them.
know how people feel that have,
Yeah, that have lost.
and how the guilt, if anything would have happened, the guilt that you would feel, you know, from,
Yeah.
Tell them then how.
Oh, and then we got into the van. That was the
No,
end of
no, no.
What?
Before that, 'cause we just packed up.
Oh,
Right
yeah,
there.
I mean, we didn't even know where our golf clubs were at. We just dropped them somewhere. I remember I had mine, and Terry said she took it, but she didn't remember what she did with the balls or the golf clubs. We just said, that's it.
Let's
This
go.
is the
We're
day."
going home, and nobody said anything.
And we just left. The kids didn't complain about
They
it.
just
They were
said-
just happy to see baby, and we were ready to go.
no
That was-
arguments.
No arguments. That was the end of the day. And I tell you, that was the most exhausting day. of my-
Exhausting. 20 minutes or half hour.
One of the exhausting days of my life, you know.
Tell the cute little part though when Aunt Terry questioned him though.
Okay, we got into the van and we started driving home. And we didn't want to ask him because, because he might answer us differently. And we didn't want Mom to talk to him either. We wanted to get, somebody that that he wasn't with at the time or that he wasn't looking for. So Terry asked him, who were you looking for? And he said, Mommy. And she said,
He's kind of a mad voice.
yeah, because when you mentioned that to him, he got kind of upset. He goes, Mommy. And then Terry asked him, well, why did you leave Grandma? And he said, I didn't leave Grandma. She ran away. So our conclusion was that we thought that he was beside her and possibly walked away from her a little bit, just took a few steps and then kind of turned around and got disoriented. When he didn't see Grandma, he started looking for me. And that's why he thought Grandma ran away, because he couldn't find her, so he started looking for me. So that was what we thought the conclusion was. But let me tell you this. Where they found him was on the other side of the amusement park. We were on the other side. He was way on the opposite side.
And it's
At
a
the very
big
end of it.
park.
It was very crowded, and it was big that day. Anyways, it's not anything like Disneyland, but let me tell you, it was crowded. It was very crowded. I'm a little bit nervous because it still bothers me. I may laugh or whatever, but it's because I'm just so, it's very, it was very frightening there for a while. It was very frightening. I thought when as time kept going on, minute after minute, I kept thinking to myself, I'm not going to see my son again. This is it. 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and they still didn't find him. Usually you're thinking about 5 minutes, it's okay.
Yeah.
But when it started getting a little bit longer, you said, oh gosh, I'm not going to see him again. I just figured maybe somebody got him or something, and they missed it at the gate. Maybe it was too late by the time they found out or what have you. So anyways, thanks to God and everybody else around that was very helpful. We found him.
And why didn't you, and tell them about what your mom said when you called? Talk to
Oh.
her.
I had talked to,
He doesn't get that from our side.
I called up my mom and told her today, I called her from work and I told her that, that what had happened with baby that we lost and stuff. And she told me an incident that happened with me. She said that this is when we lived in Georgia, that she was playing with me out in the front yard. And she went in to get something or do something, she couldn't quite remember, but it was something inside the house. And she said she went in just for maybe a couple, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, maybe 5, I don't know, something like that. Not very long. And when she came back out, I was nowhere in sight. So she looked around the house, couldn't find me around the house. And then she went inside and looked all over. And then she became kind of frantic, like, where am I at? And so she went to the neighbors and told the neighbors, and the neighbors got out and looked, and practically most of the neighborhood, it wasn't a very big town, but a lot of the neighborhood people got out. My mom knew most of them. And they got out and started looking for me everywhere. As my brother went to the school down at the end of the street. She said it wasn't quite a mile. It was pretty close, but not quite a mile. And she said she walked down that way. And everybody else was walking around there, but they didn't see me anywhere, nowhere at all. And so my mom said it was about half an hour later, two guys in a car came up, and they had me in the car. They were two real estate guys, and they said, my mom wasn't out there. I think she was somewhere else looking for me, and the neighbors were out there, and they said, does this little girl belong to anybody? They go, yeah, it's ours. And so they said, okay, and they got me out, and my mom came back, and she said she'd never been so desperate in her life. She thought somebody had taken me out of the yard, but what had happened is that my brother had gone to school, and I decided to go down that way. But the thing is that instead of taking a straight path, my mom went that way too, but I must have detoured every which way, so she couldn't find me. But anyways, that's what happened. So I was 3 years old too.
So it runs in the family.
Yeah,
Her side.
roamers.
Her side, like Johnny said, roamers.
But that's it. That was our...
But at least your mother understood that it can happen in a minute.
That's right. She did, because it happened to her
Yeah.
with me. Anyways, that was the most exhausting, one of the most exhausting days of my life. And hopefully it will never, ever happen again.
I know one thing. Those old girls, they fight with him. He bugs them all the time. But when it comes to him being missing or hurt, boy, there was 5 little girls ready to...
Yeah, to go. I mean, they were so upset. They thought, they were just so frightened and so worried about their brother.
Yeah, they thought the worst.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to add one more thing. You guys are done with the story, right?
Sure.
Because I wanted to say one more thing. Here. Well, this family has never, in my lifetime, been touched by a real tragedy. And I was thinking this was probably it. I just kept thinking, see, I got a cold, I ain't really crying now. And I didn't cry then either, because I knew this was probably the one that I was been preparing for. And I thought this was the tragedy that was going to strike our family. Because our whole family, there's never been a young person been killed since I've been alive. And I thought this is probably the one that's going to happen. And I was scared, very scared. And then when all this got resolved and we came back home, and we were just starting to get back down to normal, my brother was been working on my car. He was across the street, and he said, look, we went out and looked at the car and was walking around it, and looking at the dents he'd been taking out and stuff. And here come Tanya running across the street, lickety-split. And there's cars on the street. And she kind of looked at there's cars parked along the street, and she kind of looked both ways at the curb. But, not to... her vision was blocked by the cars parked there. She didn't come out and look. Anyway, she just about got ran over while we were standing there, inspecting the Pontiac. And so I thought, oh gosh, is this day gonna ever end? I mean, this is just as soon as we got home, we just were starting to relax. And it was starting to get funny now about what happened and everything, and it wasn't so serious now. And then Tanya just about got nailed out and in front of the house. And I thought, is this day going to get through with everybody in one piece? So that's my last little thing that I wanted to add was this family again got through without any serious mishap. And
It's really ironic, the youngest and the oldest.
yeah, the youngest of the cousins and the oldest one. And, so this family's been real lucky for all my life. We've never had tragedy with. The only thing I ever pray for, I always tell my family and my kids, the only thing I ever pray for is that we go in order. We don't go out of order. And, that's my thing I cling to. You take everything else from me, but let us go in order. And I was thinking, boy, it looks like things are going to get messed up. And 2 incidents happened that day that it was real scary about, about us going out of order. So we're real lucky. We do got the luck of the Irish.
I do think that God has really blessed us tremendously, giving us our children's lives back, because it's just in a moment. They're His. We only have them for a short time. And I thought it was going to be a lot shorter than... When I think of my grandson being gone and my granddaughter being hit, and her uncle went and took her and properly showed her how to stop and look. And I've been coaching her all day, and I will continue to ride her, and I know her dad and her uncle will be riding her. Stop, look. She has a lot of her dad's traits, I'm afraid. He bulls right out. Head on.
Maybe you can get Joe to kind of tell you, point out what he's done. Go ahead, John, you can. Can you see in there pretty good?
Mm-hmm.
Well, come here. Okay, this fender was all in about up to there, like that, smashed in. And it's been pulled out. And all the holes have been covered now, and it's all ready to just needs a light sanding, and we're going to do the hood now. Well, that'll be done tomorrow. From this on over with that heavy sanding wheel. Here's one of our mishaps. And Joe had this already done. And we had to pull the fender out a little bit to get the Le Mans emblem off here, and it cracked. Happened on the other side too. He had to do the other side all over because it made a big crack in the fiberglass, and he had to knock it out and do it all over again after it was done the first time. And here's a rust hole that he found after he took the molding off the bottom there. There's one on the other side too, but he's already got it filled in. You got to put a little hole in the bottom still? Yeah. There's going to be a little hole drilled up underneath here, so that hopefully that won't happen again in the next 20 years. So the water will drain out instead of getting stuck there. I think it comes in up here. Comes down here, I think, right? Yeah, here. Or around there? Yeah. It gets stuck down in there for some reason. There was all kinds of leaves and grass and tree bark and everything else up in there. Okay, this door, I'm going to open my door. This door was pushed forward. Either the door was pushed forward or the fender was pushed back. Fender pushed back. Anyway, the door didn't open. Well, I was the only one that could open it. I mean, Joe could open it, but none of the kids or the women could open it. And now, quietly that opens. Perfect. These are little door dings, and they're each one just a slight indentation that's got to get sanded out. Probably those have to be sanded by hand. Yeah, by sand, electric one. Yeah, they go in a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, then you have to fill them.
Yeah.
These have to be fixed. There's just a little bit of rust here. There on the other side, there's a hole. But he's going right through those like nothing. This is all, we did this today. Got it down to the bare metal. All the chrome is stripping and everything has been removed. There's a big, dent right here. And that was hammered out from the inside. And then smoothed over. And I don't think you're going to be able to tell after it's painted that there was ever anything there. Turn to the other side, it looks about the same. He worked pretty hard to make sure it was the same. We kept looking back and forth and comparing them, shaving it off and starting over and building it up. We probably should show this. The strip down here. This will we'll take it off and repair it. And he says he can repair it, or we'll find another one, which we might have trouble finding another one that's any good either. Yeah, this door had a flat spot in it where I'd had a little mishap.
We won't tell.
This big hole right here, rust, that was taken out. And, yeah, it looked pretty hard to see the repair. It looked pretty good. It was a very difficult line to follow because there wasn't anything to follow there. And again, I don't think after it's painted you're going to be able to see if there's any problem there. There's like a rust hole here and a rust hole here.
Still got a little bit.
Yeah, this is not quite finished, but oh, one more. Yes, I got page, right? These little things like this eventually will, have new weather stripping. Those cars have a kind of a factory new kind of appearance. Oh, I can't pronounce that. Okay. The interior pretty much new. New carpet. in a couple days, this dash will be taken off, and next week it'll be taken in to be refurbished. But similar material. It's supposed to be stitch marks down the sides, holding the material on there. And it'll be there probably a couple of days and come back and we'll put it back in here. Joe will put it back in here. And this has been this is a big project because the upholstery shop won't touch this unless you bring the dash into them. So it's not a bad project. They don't mind doing it if they got it, but they don't want to take it out themselves and put it back in. So that's about it. Anything else? Pretty much documented this little project?
Yeah, I think you covered it.
There's been new motor mounts put in, so the motor's not hitting, or the fan isn't hitting the fan shroud, so pretty quiet. Maybe I better start. Oh, no, you already looked at it. Well, I'll get that next time.
Okay.
Thank you, honey.
You're welcome.
Jamal, what are you doing back here? Who's babysitting? Dee Dee? Hey. Well, the entire dash has been taken out and all the ductwork underneath, and the dash is going in today. And this was all done in about an hour, I guess. Yeah, left out a screw down here too. Replacing the heater core. That was done during the 84-85 winter, and he's finding some screws that weren't replaced. This was done back in Fremont. This is the monster radio.
Can you talk about that heater set there?
Yeah, on the back of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got to the heater core and he did find that it was leaking. Well,
Tell about the stereo.
yeah. We decided to put the same AM radio back in it because Well, I didn't want to mess up I wanted to keep the dash intact. And the only way to do that, they don't make old stereos, old AM radios, and to put back in there with the buttons. So he fixed the radio, and we just put it back in there. And we put new speakers in it. The back speaker was no problem, but the front speaker, we couldn't find the speaker to match because of the bracket and everything. So Joe had he had to fabricate a speaker to bracket to hold the speaker in there. And then we went to a bigger, with more powerful, a bigger magnet on the speaker, and it's a more powerful. It'll put out, wait, a what?
It'll handle more than the...
Yeah, it'll handle more wattage. And we thought that was going to be okay because he was going to build the bracket anyway. But the problem was the ductwork butted up against that bigger magnet. The magnet was about twice as big, and there wasn't any extra room under there. So he had to refabricate the bracket he already fabricated in the first place, and that took at least 2 hours messing with that. Finally got it all back together. As you can hear, it's got a real nice sound in here.
Turn it up.
No rattle.
Acapella praise, on time well spent. Brand new from the Maranatha Singers.
Mm.
I'm gonna go to the other side.
Oh, also, right here, we had the redash. We took the dash in to have it reupholstered. We thought that was the end of our worries for that. But when we got it back, a lot of things were wrong with the stitch work it just had a lot of working. Joe had to work it, roll it, and so it evened out. Now it's not exactly straight, but it has a nice handcrafted appearance. And Joe had to redo the around the glove box. That didn't turn out right. They're good craftsmen there, but I think they tried to get a little too fancy with the stitching. And they put in some more stitching than I think was necessary around the vents and that. So Joe did a lot of work to get it to where we could get it back in here. And then we had there's extra padding on here, and so there's some more working to do to get the face back on and that kind of thing. And then Joe and I did a lot of work on refurbishing the face, touching up radio knobs and touching up this, repainting it. So it's getting to look about the way it did 20 years ago.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Our pledge. By the grace of God, I will be pure and kind and true. I will keep the Adventist community of law. I will be a servant of God and a friend of men. Law. 1, you keep the morning watch. 2, do my honest part. 3, care for my body. 4, you keep love alive. 5, praise and obedience. 6, softly in the sanctuary. singing bands, everything that is done in the Pathfinder calendar is totaled, and awards are given to clubs on the total amount of points that they have earned during the year. Each club is requested to have either a display booth at the fair where we display arts and crafts that have been done during the year, or a participation booth where the people who come to the fair are invited to help participate in doing the craft, where the kids can demonstrate certain things that they have done during the year. And we traditionally have both booths available. And our participation booth that we had this year,
Sportsman. Devin Friday. Devin here? There he is. I believe he gets the button honor and the sportsmanship. Ken Green, button and sportsman. Tiffany Hadabarat, Adventure Club member of the year, button and sportsman. Jesse Lee, Adventure Club member, button and sportsman. Christopher Inge, all three. Sandra Rice, all three. Jenny Ray Rubio, all three. And Jeffrey Rudolph. She's in the next group. And Joe Vance.
Tom Hagelin and Bev Chilson. So, everybody's these were a first grade group, 6-year-olds. These two teachers worked very hard with them during the year. We have Daniel Chalia, Adventure Club Member of the Year, button honor, sportsmanship honor. Luke Chilson, button honor, sportsmanship honor. Brian Haglin, Adventure Club Member of the Year, button honor, sportsmanship honor. Shantae Hilliard, Adventure Club Member of the Year, button honor, sportsmanship honor. Sharon Pinkerton, Adventure Club Member of the Year, button honor, sportsmanship honor. Brian Tanaka, Adventure Club Member of the Year, button honor, sportsmanship honor. And Tiffany Vindiola, button honor, sportsmanship honor. This gives the VCGs
Okay, our next group is the second grader, Sunbeam, and Terry Castillo, and Mr. Cole.
Our lead teacher in this group was Jeannie Murdoch, helping her with one of our academy club members, Donald Brooks. And Donald is here. Stephanie Ashley, Adventure Club Member of the Year, button honor, sportsmanship honor. Dingy Ike, Adventure Club Member of the Year, button honor, sportsmanship honor. Jonathan Mueller, button honor, sportsmanship honor. Christina Green, button honor, sportsmanship honor. Tracy Hensley, Adventure Club Member of the Year, button honor, sportsmanship honor. Janelle Coulter, Adventure Club Member of the Year, button honor, sportsmanship honor. Emily Murdoch, Adventure Club Member of the Year, button honor, sportsmanship honor. Angela Pinkerton, Adventure Club Member of the Year, button honor, sportsmanship honor. Peter Rudolph, Adventure Club Member of the Year, button honor, sportsmanship honor. Aaron Webb, Adventure Club Member of the Year, button honor, sportsmanship honor. This gives the village
Alvin Earhart. Craig Mason. Having built 2 cacti, radio art, candle making trees, advanced Jones. We only had two that got their stamps off. This is one of those stamps. You have to go in the back of the stamp. Evansville 2, Brendel R. Cameron, Tree, Jeff Gisman, and Luther. Time Pinkerton. Evansville 2, Cacti, Brendel R. Cameron, Tree, Gisman, and Gisman. Freddie Smith.
All of these pathfinders receive 80% or higher, and they get the good conduct medal. Congratulations to each one of you for all of your hard work that you've done during the year. Along with the requirements of the 80% was that they have completed at least 4 of the honors and have been invested.
I got a great view of heads here. This is the Talking Heads. There you see the oldest student at Redlands Junior Academy.
And we asked the folk in Mexico to send us a bus. They did. The bus was parked here for a month. And by the time the month was through, we jammed that bus with just about every goodie that you could think of. And I want to tell you thanks. We got good materials too. Some of you even gave money. And this is the sixth
Books about it, hot air ballooning.
Now this is the moon at Pete and Debbie's house in Phoenix. House in Mesa.
So talk to somebody who understands.
I was
Okay.
listening to Joe and you.
Well, go over there instead so I can talk to Terry. Go on over there and sit so I can talk to Terry.
I like this place.
This is some of our long lost great friends that we kind of missed and had to stop and see.
And you're full of Southern fried bologna.
No, it ain't. Ask Terry. We talk about you often.
You, Christine. He's recording you, Christine.
Cheers, April. Dave, come here. Yeah, come here, Dave. Dave helping up Michelle.
Bring another shirt back.
I got just a glimpse of you there, John. Okay, you want to say something, John?
Just walk all the way around.
Okay.
Say Dave, day before Doomsday.
Whoops. Kitty.
Aren't you a little close, honey? Okay, tomorrow's the day we're gonna prime it, and we're gonna rent a air compressor, and Joe's gonna prime it. Notice all the metal, all the labels, emblems, everything's off. Keyholes. We're hoping this way we get a really super paint job.
Don't get too close, don't show the dents.
Show from here on up and over the hood and the roof is all down to metal. Can you see the metal through there? Does it look like metal or does it look like powder?
Looks like that. I mean, it's black and white, so I don't know.
Well, it's pretty dusty now.
I don't think we've seen it with the fenders off of it.
See you later, Gary.
Bye, James.
forward? Very good. Okay. I have a very expensive piece of equipment in my pocket here. And the kids are just going to, again, creative movement, create their body movement to whatever object I have in my hand. Very simple things as you see, but what we're trying to get is the kids' attention, listening skills, and trying to get them to cooperate. That's a lot of our basics of the program here. We're going to do what we call a little balloon bump. The kids have to watch what part of the body to bump the balloons, and we play a little background music to enhance maybe some rhythms or something that they can listen to. It's a balloon bump. just what we're doing quickly is just showing you a variety of different things that we can do. What we're going to be doing is command exercises. Now, I'm going to give them a word, and they have to get their body in that position. We can use these as warm-up activities, again, enhancing motor development and listening skills. Paying attention, okay?
My name is Andrew. When I grow up, I might be a fireman. My name is Bill. When I grow up, I might be a teacher. My name is Bradley. When I grow up, I like to be a gymnast. My name is Candace. Maybe when I grow up, I might be a tennis player. My name is Dustin. When I grow up, I might be a fire player. My name is Dustin. When I grow up, I might be a fireman. My name is Erica. When I grow up, I might be a gymnastics business. My name is Grant. When I grow up, I might be an astronaut. My name is Becky. When I grow up, I might be a nurse. My name is Jamila. When I grow up, I might be a nurse. My name is Stuart. When I grow up, I might be a tennis player. My name is Kristen. When I grow up, I might be a ballerina. My name is Lori. When I grow up, I might be a domestic person. My name is Frank. When I grow up, I might be an astronaut. My name is Robert. When I grow up, I might be an astronaut. My name is Ryan B. When I grow up, I'm going to be a gardener. My name is Ryan. When I grow up, I'm going to be a big boy from mom. My name is Ryan. When I grow up, I might be a basketball player. My name is Steven. When I grow up, I might be a pilot. My name is Lauren. When I grow up, I may be an astronaut.
beforehand, we've been working on sign language this school year. This is I, and this is letter P, and this is go, and this is to be, and what else, Jesus, and climb the high mountain, cross the wide sea. So that was what these were their P's for promise. So anyway, and I know somebody in here is going to do something great because there is so much energy on this stage right now that somebody here is destined to do something to change the world. Right now, we want to say thank you to, first of all, I want to say thank you to somebody real special that we didn't know was going to be here tonight. And we have had lots of fun doing things this year. And we want to say thank you to Stephen's Aunt Doris. She made a real generous donation to our classroom. And so boys and girls, you need to say it real, real loud so she can hear. On the count of 3, thank you, Aunt Doris. 1, 2, 3. And we we've had lots of fun with Aunt Doris's contribution, and we want to thank her. Somebody that I want to thank, and her other partner is not here, and I'm as organized as usual. Well, that's okay. Teachers' aides get so little recognition, and I have been so blessed this year. No one has better teacher aides than I do. This is one of the most wonderful women in the whole world. Her partner isn't here, and we'll let her know it tomorrow. So I'm going to thank Mrs. Cameron, and I do have something to say thank you, and I'm so organized, it's out in Alex's diaper bag. So I'll get it to you afterwards. But we want to say thank you to all the parents. So many of you have driven for field trips, helped with parties, the fair. I couldn't have begun to have done corn dogs. Cammy, I think you cooked corn dogs till you smelled like grease probably for a week. Mary Lou stuffed piñatas when Joel wasn't even there. So you parents really have contributed so much. And I'm leaving names out. Pauline has come every Tuesday. We just want to say a big thanks to the moms and dads. So on the count of 3, let's say thanks, moms and dads. 1, 2, 3. Thanks, Mom and Dad! And we have something to say thank you for you. When I call your child's name, I'd like for the parents to stand, and they're going to bring you a little thank you gift. And we have something to send home with each child and for brothers and sisters. And before I start, I want to thank Mrs. Thurber because she has worked so hard, and I want to thank Mr. Conk and Ms. Miller too for working with our class. Okay, Andrew. So if Andrew's parents can stand up, then he'll bring you a flower and some balloons, and then he can just stay with you, and we'll have the benediction from there. Bill? Bradley? Candace? And thank you for all the food tonight for the potluck. It would have been a pretty boring potluck without you all. Dustin. Erica. Graham. Jackie. Joel. Kristen. Lori. Mrs. Camarina. Michael. Robert. Ryan B. Brian H.
Sharon. Sharon.
Ryan B.
Sharon. Better tie that up.
Jamila. Stephen. And William. Well, I have you all here.
To you people as parents, few of you will recognize how much we really do value parents. And you've heard that expression from Mrs. Garcia this evening, you are valued people. It is sad to end a year. In a way, we always look forward to the end of the school year, but it's still sad because we've had a good time with your young people. Would you stand now as we ask the Lord's blessing as we leave? Our Father in heaven, for the beauty of the lives of our young people, we thank you. For the potential of each life, we look forward to that being fulfilled. And we know that that can be fulfilled with you, with the parents, with teachers, with the church, and all of us working together to help them reach their fullest goal. Bless us each as we leave this program. Bless us as we end this year. We pray in your name. Amen.
Thank you for coming tonight.
Oh, what's going on here? Can you back up? No. Can you back this up?
Oh, kind of dirty. Get on the other side of the street.
Well, another thing is what I could sit in here and have you drive that car and just circle around. You know what? Park the van over there, and this, in like in the that drive. you back, Michelle. Perfectly clean 72 Le Mans. All original. Even original radio. Yeah, there she is, and there's the guy that put her all together. Some of it. You spout some words of wisdom?
Well, now you really have in there. Words of wisdom. You want me to quote Shakespeare?
Yeah, that's fine.
Or Darwin's theory?
Yeah.
Would you,
Either one's okay.
Darwin's theory is isn't a words of wisdom. They're based too much on assumption and theory. So something that's not as solid as his quotes, I wouldn't recommend for anybody to accept as a positive truth. But you might read 1 John, Hebrews, and you got good ground to stand on.
Okay.
Is that Johnny's?
Revelation. Daniel and Revelation. Then you're headed towards solid ground.
Sounds good to me.
I read so much about them not wanting the Bible read in the schools nowadays. Some of them came up with the idea that maybe if we could get the students in the Bible reading, it probably would be less mischief.
Where is your shoe?
But the school boards are against it because they figured it would be too much denomination. They would rather have Darwin's theory, evolution. They can believe the world's 150 million years old. But pretty hard for us to believe it's only 6 out here.
Yep.
Yes, because we're going to.
You know what's happening over at Highway, John?
What's that?
The fact of Massachusetts. Massachusetts is in a state of confusion. They're practically bankrupt. There's no work. Half the people are working.
Candy kid over there.
All right, Charlie, go ahead. Take your best shot. Let's get it over with.
Can't get mad.
Hey, Carol, I'm
Then it's sweet. You don't touch it, sweet man. It's a fit.
Oh, God, Abby. I'm so embarrassed about yesterday. Oh, this people think of me. It's just that I've been feeling so worthless and lonely lately. No one even poor mousy Miss Bingham manages to find someone. Well, what does that say about me?
Maybe.
I mean, what is it? What's wrong with me? Am I so totally repulsive?
Does it make you want to have another one, Cher? I'm not telling.
Someday you're gonna find me like
That's the feeling I got.
I like holding on to them,
Yeah,
but that's about it now.
They're yours. Go back.
Now I'm going off to the mall.
Oh, hey, you want some company?
No, Daddy, thank you. I'll be fine.
All right, baby. Well, what? Dr. Stern was right. Your sister seems to back to normal.
Normal?
Are you jealous?
Let's see
Huh?
you.
The devil was in the hospital.
Kinda excited.
Yeah. He brought him a present of football, had it all wrapped and everything. And he gave that to him, and I said, "You want to help him open it?" And he opened it, and everything was going fine. And then he opened it, your mom got out the camera. And then he was going nuts. He was just like, he was running and hiding. He was running and hiding in the bathroom of the hospital. So, he talked to me. And he wanted to go stay with Grandma. He didn't want to come home for days.
Oh,
I don't want to come there.
Once I get over it.
Yeah, he got over it.
They had a great time. They were so excited. Christmas. They were excited. They got the whole lunch and they brought them into the room.
Dad could have been there the whole time too.
Ooh, I like that. Oh. What? Is that a Pontiac? I'm sure that's a Pontiac.
Yeah, we can go in here to Greystone Cellars. I think they. I'm sorry.
Step here to the center of the valley, for Oakville. The temperature would increase about 8 to 10 degrees. The area there is similar to Bordeaux region of France, and this would produce our Merlot and our Cabernet Sauvignon grapes. And after we would travel from there, all the way up to Calistoga at the end of the valley.
They started looking at building a reinforcements for earthquakes.
Oh, that's not a glider, is it? What?
People getting ready to take off in a glider.
Okay, Anthony, that is right over there. See that building over there? With all the glass? See that building over there with all the glass? The one in check that. There's a little food stand right up front. You got a good picture?
Yeah. The plane over there is pulling the glider. Or will be pulling it.
You got it on, honey?
Yeah, I got it on. See? Do you see there were lights?
No, I can't.
It says record.
No, you don't have to, you can shut it off there, honey.
Okay.
Get them when you come back in.
Sweetheart, do you want iced tea, lemonade, or Coke? Milkshake. Thank you.
Stop for home. Eat all you want. Always good.
45 minutes? 45 minutes?
I want lemon.
Leave them alone, Jack.
I want some lemon. Want a lemonade? Lemon.
Oh yeah, they've been up here. What am I saying? Because they came up here when they came to San Francisco, John Terry, remember?
Oh, yeah, they've been here.
They were here last year. That's right. They went to the Ellen D. White's house.
Hello.
Hi.
Okay. Say something real quick. This is Nancy Adams, Angwin, California.
June, what is today? June 8th, 1991? Is that what date it is? You're not going to help me
Talk.
out at all, are you? You want me to talk? Hola, ¿qué tal? Bien, ¿y tú? ¿Cómo te llamas?
I know that happened to me before.
What has never happened to you?
Well, yeah, what you was talking about, that happened.
That has? Where somebody did that?
Right, uh-huh.
Me llamo Paco. Me too. Has that happened to you?
Mm-hmm. This is the second project, 1969 Cutlass Supreme. There's a ding there.
There's your old one.
There's a couple of dings back here. There's a little ding right there. If you can tell, but the bumper is out of adjustment, but that's going to be taken off and we'll put it back on straight. Little odds and ends. Little ding down there. And just a little rust down there. Both doors are in perfect adjustment and good condition.
So once again, another picture is taken of E.W. Herman Watson II eating. I don't think there's any other way. I don't know what the problem is, but that just seems to be the way it is.
Why don't you show her your ice chest?
Because I basically work with a group of alcoholics, we learn how to improvise to keep things cold. So what I did was to take the plastic bags I got from the grocery store, put them in the trash cans, and put the bottles of pop and stuff in them, and then fill them up with ice. Sanitary, easy, and efficient. Portable ice chest wherever you are. There you go. That's all. Go back to my eating again.
Can you give him a drink? John?
There's food.
What you got?
Give my food.
Something for everyone. Got it?
Want a piece of ice in there?
Now it's probably gotten pretty cold by now. Not pretty warm weather.
Where's the money?
Stop, Angie. I was trying to get a nice picture.
Well, sir, I'm baffled. This is all it takes.
You had that? Thank you very much.
Good to see you.
Sweet and sensitive. I know how you feel. I know how you are. What? Going in the water? Going in? I've already been in, the water's fine. There's my brave son. He's worried for his mom.
The lens is in there.
Yeah.
And see if you can hold the binoculars.
Oops. Yeah. We and it came
Did you
out
do it?
good.
Did you do it?
Yeah.
Do it. See the clouds and everything.
Do it,
If you get it right.
Yeah.
Now see, now he's getting it on film. That's the way to
Now
go.
That will be a good deal.
You gotta catch it just right though, don't you?
Yeah, if it's at the wrong angle, it blurs.
Yeah, see here? That's
Yep, see?
That's right about there.
His isn't coming
That's a
out.
half.
Yours isn't coming out.
Or a little bit more than half, huh?
There it is. Now his is better. See, he got the
Yeah.
perfect. He got a perfect angle.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm viewing the eclipse of June 11th through the lenses of
Right. Where is it? Oh, right there. Right there.
a man named Dale who brought some military flashlight lenses and he stuck them in the end of my video camera.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
See,
That's right.
you gotta turn yours a little that way.
Just a little.
Your whole body. That way. Move your hands. No, you're too far over now. You gotta see, like I say, you gotta, see, it's hard to catch, but once you get there, you know.
Oh, there.
Paper.
And then.
That comes up better than the box.
Yeah, oh yeah. Much better.
Oh, move it away some. Move it away.
Does
There
it
you
come
go.
out?
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
There it is.
There.
There's still one in there too.
Is there?
Yeah, you still have a lens up inside there.
You got it further away.
Can you get it? Okay, wait a minute. And I want to stick my fingers on your lens.
Yeah.
It's in there. It's still in there.
Still in there?
Yep, the blue one.
It's like 45%.
And a red one. There we go. Oop, I got it now.
Both of them?
Yep, they're all out. Look through that.
Now you'll have to get another shot
Whose camera
of
is that? Yours, John?
Well, we all been doing it, man.
Okay, now, this is,
Look at that.
explain what you're doing there, Mike.
I'm putting binoculars on, turned around so that the large end is up toward the sun, and then the eclipse is going through where your eyes usually are, and you're getting the reflection down on the white piece of paper.
I like the lenses better.
Yeah, the lens is much better.
That's something like the box.
We're past 50% now.
Yes.
Going
What does it
almost
look?
total.
What does it look like inside the binoculars? Or is there anything to see in there?
You look through there and see. You shouldn't be able to see
No,
anything.
I don't see nothing.
Huh. Okay.
Wait a minute.
Okay, this is a local expert on the eclipse here.
Ooh, not me. Yeah.
This is the man that brought the only seeing
Can I see it?
device here. How many lenses is that?
I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. I have 8 red ones and 1 blue one.
Boy, it's getting more and more.
Yeah.
We're only going to have 74% coverage here in San Bernardino.
74% darkness.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we should be able to see the total equal.
Yeah, any minute too.
Right, it's coming close, coming fast. I just can't knock on your door. What's up? Right there.
Oh, there's a good shot of it.
Boy, it's great.
Yeah, there's a good shot of that
You
now.
can't see me.
Oh yeah. No, it's more than that though.
Yeah.
See now you got it.
There you go.
They say a welder's helmet, lens.
Well, that's basically what you got here.
Right.
Yeah,
Can you
really.
see? Can you
that
catch
is-
it right? Can you catch it? I need to straighten them out in there a little bit.
That's pretty good, the binoculars.
Yeah, that the binoculars does a good job.
It really does, doesn't it? Look at that.
Yeah.
Trying to catch it.
Oh, that's a big. The camera.
Where you coming?
Try yours.
Only problem is the
Well,